How would the Apostle Paul respond to prosperity theology? I'm glad you asked that question because we're going to try to answer it. Well, first of all, Jesus says, I will show him how much he must suffer for my name. So that's right when Paul comes to faith in Christ. From the very beginning, you get hints that prosperity theology is not going to pan out. I will show him how much he must suffer for my name. Philippians 1:29, it has been, Paul says, it has been granted to you on behalf of Christ not only to believe on him, but also to suffer for his sake. Now, just some highlights from 1 Corinthians 4. We're weak. We're dishonored. We go hungry and thirsty. We are in rags. We are brutally treated. We are homeless. We're cursed. We're persecuted. We're slandered. And we have become the scum of the earth. Any similarities between that and health and wealth gospel, I don't see them if they're there. 2 Corinthians 11. I have worked much harder, been in prison more frequently, been flogged more severely, and been exposed to death again and again. 5 times I received from the Jews the 40 lashes minus 1, in other words, just short of capital punishment. 3 times I was beaten with rods. Once I was stoned. 3 times I was shipwrecked. He's keeping track of these things. I spent a night and a day in the open sea. I've been constantly on the move. I have been in danger from rivers, in danger from bandits, in danger from my own countrymen, in danger from Gentiles. I just sat down to make it through the in dangers. In danger in the city, in danger in the country, in danger at sea, and in danger from false brothers, and probably the key terms in there would be in danger. I have labored and toiled and have often gone without sleep. I have known hunger and thirst and have often gone without food. I have been cold and naked, and besides everything else, I face daily the pressure of my concern for all the churches, who sins and I don't burn, who goes through this and I don't. It's like, okay, this is the Apostle Paul. Now, whatever the health and wealth gospel preachers know, it's something that Paul didn't know. So they've got an inside track here that Paul didn't have, even though they'll quote select passages from Paul. But they got to be select, and that's the key. The key to any heresy is not that you can't find a place in the Bible to support it, it's that you must just go to those places that do support it and go nowhere else. See, the element of truth in a heresy is what makes the heresy believable, right? I mean, believable to God-fearing, Bible-believing people. So, 2 Corinthians 12, to keep me from becoming conceited, there was given to me a thorn in my flesh, a messenger of Satan to torment me. I actually heard someone of the health and wealth school one time say, there you go, see, the thorn in the flesh is called a messenger of Satan. So, his physical health problems were a result of Satan. Well, yeah, but look at not just the larger context, but the immediate context. To keep me from being conceited, there was given to me the thorn of the flesh, the messenger of conceit. Does Satan ever want to keep anybody from becoming conceited? No. Who is it that wanted to keep Paul from becoming conceited and therefore gives a thorn in the flesh, which is simultaneously a messenger of Satan to torment him? God is the one that wants to keep him from being conceited. 3 times I pleaded with the Lord, who gave me the illness. Yes, does he use Satan? Well, in Job is the classic scriptural case of Satan having a use as a tool in the hands of God. I'm not minimizing evil, the reality of evil, Satan's free choice, our free choice, anything else. I'm just saying it is clearly under the umbrella of the sovereignty of God, and 3 times I pleaded with the Lord to take it away from me. So when you have claiming of healing, if you were ever going to have it, you'd think it'd be right here. But he said to me, my grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness. Therefore, I will boast all the more gladly about my weaknesses, so that Christ's power may rest on me. That's why, for Christ's sake, I delight in weaknesses, in insults, in hardships, in persecutions, in difficulties. For when I am weak, then I am strong. So clearly, he not only sees that God sometimes has a purpose and physical adversity. Almost everybody agrees that the thorn in the flesh involved a disease, a handicap of some sort, perhaps a disease that resulted in the bad eyesight. So when he writes, he usually is dictating his letters, and Sosthenes or somebody is writing them, and then where he says, "See with what large letters I write in my own hand," and people who have poor vision write large so that they can see what they're writing, that sort of thing. Well, okay, so he clearly sees that not only does God send physical adversity, not only is God involved sometimes in poverty and hardship, but also that those things are used of God to develop Christ-like character